So, hello back to the grid, and right now we will be having a really hot race, BMW 325 Cup, race 1. Of course, yesterday we had the qualifying race to determine which 10 drivers will get into top 36 and get into the race weekend, I would say. Of course, we will be having 36 325 Cup cars here on the grid as we are waiting. The cars are right now coming to their places. Right now empty 1-2, but we have a Lithuanian front row lockout. It's Edvinas Zadeikis and Karolis Jovaisa, of course, the first 2 places. Good friends as well outside the track, so we will see if they have some kind of tactics between them to get from the line better and to defend against the other drivers coming from the back. We have really... Oh, sorry, Valters Zviedris on the second place. Yeah, I was thinking that Jovaisa was. No, Zviedris will be standing on the second place, so it's not a Lithuanian front row lockout. But Karolis Jovaisa from P3, then we have from Estonia Romet Reisin and Carmen Kraav as well, and Alex Ivano as well. So really strong Estonians in qualifying on their home track at Porsche Ring. And let's wait for the drivers and let's try to get some words from, I assume, from top 3. Then we have on P7 Ramunas Capkauskas. A really, of course, experienced driver with a really good qualifying there. Then we have Leo Messenger, the winner of the previous round in Finland. That's top 8. On top 9, of course, another experienced driver, Matiss Mezaks. And then
Unfortunately, we have some technical problems with the sound on the grid. But yes, talking about points table, Karolis Jovaisa and Valters Zviedris are joint leaders with 152 points each. Then Krisjanis Oskerko is third in points with 130, and he was really lucky yesterday. He was the last one to qualify directly to today's races from qualification, so he will start from 13th row, quite far back, and will have no easy races today, that's for sure. Then Romet Reisin in fourth in point standings. He is the best positioned Estonian driver here. Edvinas Zadeikis, today's poleman, is 5th in points, and Leo Messenger, who today starts from 4th row, is 6th in points. Then Carmen Kraav, 16-year-old driver from Estonia, the highest place lady driver in classification, is 7th in points with Paulius Urbanavičius, 8th. Then and top 10 in point standings are completed by Latvian drivers Richard Šubetskis and Matiss Mezaks. But this is only a points table. The level is very high and drivers quite equal, so no one has managed to dominate this year. Of course, Valters Zviedris took 2 wins during the first meeting and earned 120 points, but meanwhile during the second meeting he only managed to add 32 there. Leo Messenger, who won both races during round 2, got 0 from the first round because he was involved in a crash, so on. So it's very, very difficult to get steady good results here. And this is the grid. Zadeikis, Zviedris first row, Jovaisa race in second, Kraav Ivanov third row, Capkauskas Messenger fourth row, and Mezaks Šubetskis in fifth row. Distance for race distance for BMWs will be 14 laps. So, and over to Artus now once again.
One, two, three. Should be on. Yeah. Okay, just let's try to have some quick words with the pole setter. Edvinas, so pole position yesterday, really good quality lap by you.
Not bad, could be better. A few mistakes, but pole is pole.
And what's the tactics for race 1? Zviedris is there, your friend Karolis Jovaisa is there. What's the plan?
The plan is to run away. There is only one plan. I think fighting, you know, they're supposed to start fighting, so I hope I'm just gonna run away.
So it won't be easy, but best of luck to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, it seems that we have still a little bit of time. Let's check just quick words from Valters Zviedris, starting from P2. Hi Valters, how are you doing? Were you satisfied with your quali yesterday?
Yeah, quali was good. Made a pretty good lap. Could go faster, but that third lap that I did, a little bit messed up for the Lithuanian driver. But feeling good. The pace is there, so I'm ready for the race.
Okay, thanks. Good luck. So we have to move down the grid because it's the 1 minute sign. Everybody is running away. So back to Thomas and let's hope for a clean and nice race.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. So here we go. Mechanics are leaving the grid, and 36 cars will start their warm-up lap in a few seconds. 36 cars is actually the capacity of Porsche Ring. Last year we had, if I remember correctly, 42 cars, and extra grid spots were marked on the main straight extension. But for this year, there is a system in place how to manage the situation if you have more than 36 cars. It means having that qualification race which we had yesterday. Now everything seems to be ready. We can't see the starting lights on that gantry, but if green lights will go on, then the cars will start their warm-up lap, and BMWs of course will take standing start. And the main thing is to go, and yeah, green flag is out, so it marks the beginning of warm-up lap. And the main thing for them of course is go cleanly through turns 1, 2, 3 and all the other turns as well.
Yeah, I think the most important thing is to have a clean lap 1, then they will a little bit settle out, but from my experience, I did one race last year with 325 Cup, the field never spreads out. You have to fight all the how many laps? 10 or 12 laps?
14 laps.
14 laps, so a great distance there to drive and to fight, and from the first till the second, till the last place, we will be having lots of fights, and yeah.
The good thing about BMW Cup is that if you drive here, you always find somebody who has more or less equal performance.
Yeah, who is on the same level as you, and
that's of course it's for audiences as good as well, because you always have something to spectate.
So yeah, as we spoke, Edvinas Zadeikis from Dream to Drive from P1, Valters Zviedris from LV Racing in P2, then we have Karolis Jovaisa, MS7 Racing, Romet Racing, Carmen Kraav and Alex Ivanov. So really good result for S1 Racing.
Yeah, actually Estonians have not yet won a race in BMW Cup.
Okay.
Latvians have won, Lithuanians have won, even Frenchmen has won, but no Estonians have won yet.
So maybe it's time, but of course they have 3 really fast drivers out in front of them.
In top 6, yes, but let's see.
And then, of course, we have Ramunas Capkauskas, who is representing himself, Leo Messenger from Road Racing. Then we have Matiss Mezaks and, of course, Richard Trubetskis from RS Racing. And they are not doing the full lap for the grid, it seems. They are cutting a little bit down, and that's the same as we did last year. So they are going through this.
There is some confusion now. Some cars are going directly through the main straight extension. Some cars are going down the circuit.
So maybe it was told for the last few places that to get the right grid spot, they have to go maybe through because these are the last places on the grid.
I see Petri Seppälä, who was last to go through the qualification race.
Janis Ubelis as well. So I think
the
last four.
Last four. Yeah. Because they are already on the grid spots. Actually, that's what I talked about last year. Those extra spots were marked down onto the tarmac. Now, not yet.
Not yet, but we're getting there. We are getting
36 cars putting them onto the right grid spots. It's not that easy.
It takes time. It takes time a little bit.
Yeah, the main thing is to find the right spots for everybody.
But they are really good marked on the main straight. You can see and read the numbers, so that's not a problem. But it will be a problem to see the lights for the last cars. But it's tricky out there when you are past.
So now it seems
P25.
everything is ready for BMW Race 1. Zadeikis Zviedris from first row, Jovaisa racing from second row.
And I think we should move to the front grid and let's see at the lights, because it seems like everybody is in place. We don't want to miss the start, and here we go. Let's wait for the lights. And it's lights out and away we go. Zadeikis with a good start. It seems Valters Zviedris has to fight against Jovaisa. Jovaisa is on the inside and will try maybe to get past Zviedris, and he is on the inside, and that's a move right now from the Lithuanian driver. Will he have a better exit? And it seems that he has gone past Valters Zviedris, so he lost the place. Romet Reisen P4. Capkauskas fighting really hard there, and of course it seems like everybody is through the first corner, so that's a great relief, of course, and let's see how they will behave during the other parts of this track.
So Lithuanians 1-2, then Zviedris, then Racing, then Kraav, and Ivanov has lost one place, now fought back. So lots of positions change during first turns. And as usually midfield, this is Pavel Beskrovnoi fighting in car number 24, keeping two rivals behind him in one go, but this is the lead group.
And here we see Leo Messenger trying to do a move on Matiss Mezaks, and here we have 3-4 cars wide through this corner, so good sight. And yeah, some drivers, of course, have lost some positions, some have won. We will see that after the lap one. And here we see Zviedris really racy against Karolis Jovaisa.
Yeah, Zviedris showed his car on the inside of turn 14, but Jovaisa, of course, knew what was going on and managed to keep his position. First lap is completed.
Oh, that was Trubetskis a little bit off track, going onto the main straight.
So top four. No, they haven't escaped, actually. There is just maybe 10 meters between Kraav and... Actually, this is Carmen Kraav who is fourth, not Romet Reisen. So those big boys, Zadeikis, Jovaisa and Zviedris, have a girl for company. But make no mistake, Carmen Kraav is extremely fast. Last year, when she was just 15, he managed to win the qualification here in Parnu, so she knows how to go fast with those cars.
And during the race, she's a really hard fighter, we could say. And here we see also Beskrovnoi against somebody else there, really close fight. Here we see as well Skulte against Urbanovicius. Urbanovicius going on the move with the red E92. Let's see how that will play out. He is on the inside, and right now behind them is Artyom Skotslamazashvili. So, but here we see Skulte is not giving up. Urbanovicius will have the inside right now, but on the next corner, Skulte will have the inside. So that's a fight going on for already two corners, and I think Skulte will maintain his position, and Urbanovic has to fight against Kotsumazashvili and also as well Timaks. So a really good 4 or 5 car group there.
And there is Einar Klaus Kuhlmann in the back of this group as well. He was looking to the inside into final turn now. 2 laps completed. Still Zadeikis, Jovaisa, Zviedris, Kraav racing, and Capkauskas in 6th. That is the lead group.
And here we have behind them, we have Mezaks fighting against Leo Messenger, and behind them is Richard Shubetskis. So as well, 3 really fast drivers. So we have a group of 7 cars out front, and then we have the next group of a few 3-4 cars.
But Zadeikis has now escaped a little bit from Jovaisa, who is under the closest attention from Zviedris. And Zviedris is keeping himself really close. Actually, they are now disputing the series lead. Who will be in front will be the new leader in point standings between Jovaisa and Zviedris. Of course, it's a long race still to go.
Yeah, and we see that it seems like Mezaks is a little bit holding up Messenger and Shubetskis because they are losing time against the top 7 group.
Yes, there is Alex Ivanov in front of them, and Ivanov has quite an easy life in the sense that nobody is threatening him from behind right now.
Yeah, he has just to look.
And I would say
front.
that Jovaisa is holding up Zviedris certainly, and it means that Zadeikis can escape.
Yeah, of course, the pace is quite similar, of course, between Jovaisa and Zviedris, so it's not an easy overtake, and Jovaisa, of course, a really experienced driver from karting and, of course, also in circuit racing, so he knows how to position the car that he won't be making it easy for Zviedris, that's for sure.
And you can see from the timing that Zadeikis is now almost full second in front of Zadeikis. We have sector times as well this time, and now the first sector will be completed in a few seconds, and we will see if the gap is now more than 1 second or is it not.
But we see that Zadeikis, Jovaisa and Zviedris pulling out qualifying laps right now, almost on the same time.
1:29s in a race. There are really good laps.
And they are pushing really hard. Of course, Zadeikis sees that he can make a little bit of a gap and make his life easier for the second part of the race.
And there was Capkauskas and Ivanov. Capkauskas were defending the inside, but he's still in 6th, but Ivanov is on his rear bumper.
And we see that Messenger has lost the place to Shubetskis, and we see behind them we have Julius Kirsis as well.
So it's not easy life. If you're losing 1 position, you can very easily lose 2nd, 3rd, 4th, how many positions.
Yeah, and of course some of the drivers have handicap weight. For example, Messenger has the full 50 kilograms right now.
Yeah,
so
only 4 drivers have them. But it can be quite... Messenger have 50 kilos, Ivanov has 40, Shubetskis 30 and Jovaisa 20. So that is, of course, handicap for those drivers.
And it's especially on a technical track like that, these kilograms really, really matter.
Yeah, for sure. Especially not only under acceleration, but even more so under braking. Here is Kristo Grindbus trying to overtake countryman Einar Klaus Kuhlmann, and he manages to do that.
Really good move there before the Parabolica. So fights going on from the
everywhere.
Front of the field up until the back, and maybe we can check some progress of other drivers so we see.
The main thing is that Zviedris is now in front of Jovaisa. We didn't see how it happened, but it has happened. Meanwhile, Zadeikis was almost 1.5 seconds in front of Jovaisa already 1 lap ago. So now Zviedris must first catch Zadeikis. He is faster. He is certainly faster. There is no question about it. We can see the lap times. And yes, Zviedris just set the fastest lap time of the race, 1:29.5.
2 tenths faster in the previous lap than Zadeikis,
and it would have been the pole position lap yesterday in the qualification.
that's crazy that they're. But the track, I assume, is better today than in qualifying. Yesterday qualifying was at the hottest point of the day. It seemed, of course, a lot of sliding around. We heard that from a lot of drivers, and today the track is colder. The weather is a little bit colder, so better, of course, circumstances for good lap times.
Yes, Zviedris is now more or less in free waters, but a little bit faster than Zadeikis, but really only a little bit, just 2/10. So it will be quite difficult now after 5 laps. Okay, 9 laps still to go.
Here we have Urbanovic once again trying to get by Skulta, and he does it this time. So it seems that Urbanovic has better pace right now through this period of the race, and a little bit.
Mezaks is still holding up Shubetskis and Messenger. Kirsis have dropped a little bit away from that group, but not by much.
But we see that Skulta won't give up. He's still on the bumper of Urbanovicius.
And Zviedris is putting fantastic laps in. It was now 1:29.504, so he's under second. Closed in to Zadeikis. The gap was 0.88 seconds only, and here they go. Meanwhile, Jovaisa is now under attack from Kraav.
And Razin as well, so it seems like Jovaisa is holding up right now, Kraav and Razin.
He was holding up Zviedris during the first laps, then Zviedris managed to jump him. Now Kraav must find a way if she wants to go to the top 3. But I would think there will be, if there will be not happening something extraordinary, but it will be difficult for Estonian drivers to take their first win from this race. But let's concentrate on this fight. Carmen Kraav trying to jump last year champion Karolis Jovaisa. Of course, Kraav must be very careful because Romet Razin is just maybe 10 or 15 meters behind her. And if she goes overly aggressive, then Razin may use it into his advantage.
So right now Zviedris was just a tenth quicker than Zadeikis the previous lap, so 0.77 right now the gap between the two leaders. But yeah, it's more like right now it's more interesting to see this fight for P3 between Jovaisa, Kraav, and behind them we see Razin and Capkauskas. Ivanov has dropped a little bit to Capkauskas, so he was much closer before, but still we have a really good 3 fight going on between Mezaks, Shubetskis and Messenger.
Yeah, it was in the background. And Zviedris is now closed into Zadeikis. Maybe the gap is already under half a second.
And I assume we should try to see the battle right now for P7, for P8, 9 and 10, Mezaks, Shubetskis, Messenger, because we saw that Shubetskis was really close to Mezaks, and I assume there will be some moves going on in the next few corners.
And it's becoming interesting about P1 as well, because certainly now Zviedris has got much closer to Zadeikis than he was just 1 lap to go ago.
Yeah, we will see, of course, the difference on the timing sheet right now. It was 0.77. Let's wait and see. And yeah, almost 2/10 in the previous lap was Zviedris faster as well. So 0.6 just right now, and 6 laps left.
And here you can see how Kraav manages to close in to Jovaisa under braking. Jovaisa has some extra weight, of course, to carry, success ballast.
But it seemed on the exit Jovaisa was faster, so we saw that maybe the entry was faster by Carmen, but the exit speed was better by Jovaisa because on the straight she didn't catch up with him.
So 8 laps are completed already. We are over half time or half distance actually. So now actually the top 10 has settled in a little bit. Everybody has found their pace, but I will think that during the final 2 or 3 laps we will see much more closer battles. Zviedris is now on the back bumper of Zadeikis. They go through turn 14. Here Jovaisa has got more or less a read of Kraav. But here it comes interesting. It was Leo Messenger, Egidijus Grazys and Marius Grigaitis have joined them as well. It was the lower end of top 10. And here are the leaders. Now they are completely together. It was just 0.3 seconds on the line.
And right now the fight for the win in first race is on, that's for sure. At the beginning it was, I think, 1.3 the gap between Zadeikis and Zviedris, after Zviedris passed Jovaisa. And right now we see 4 seconds between Zviedris and Jovaisa. So Jovaisa, I don't know if he is having some kind of car issues or something else, but he can't maintain the speed that the first two are doing.
Actually, Zviedris better his lap time even more. It is now 1:29.468. So he seemingly has some reserves left. But on the other hand, Zadeikis' lap times are under 1:30 as well. So he is no slouch as well. He's not going slowly. Just Zviedris is going unbelievably fast. And that is, that's Zviedris' intentions are very clear here, no question about it. But the question is where, how and when. Zadeikis made a little mistake exiting the final turn, but it was not enough for Zviedris to jump him.
Of course, the logical point for overtaking is after the long straight, and here is some nice battle going on. Oh! That is Hans, Beskrovnoi, Andris Chats, Oskerko, and it seems Veismanis as well, or Grazys. Veismanis was there. Yeah, Veismanis, it seemed like lost a few positions, so that's fighting for P19.
So yeah, in midfield, in deep midfield, no changes in the front. Zadeikis still first, but look at this, just 2 meters separating them through turn 10.
And Zadeikis is on the defending line on the inside, so no chance there for Zviedris to do something.
But for Zviedris, Zviedris has clean air behind him, so Jovaisa was some almost 5 seconds now behind him, so Zviedris can concentrate on the leader. There's no need to thinking about defense, and Zadeikis makes a slight mistake once again. But it was really slight, and Zviedris couldn't use it into his advantage. Of course, thinking about point standings, Zviedris has no need to make some desperate moves towards the end of the race. 11 laps have now been completed by leaders, still only 3 to go.
And as much as I would like to see the race up until the end, I have to run. I have my race next up, so see you a little bit later, Thomas.
Thank you, Arturs. And let's see what happens next. This race is far from decided while we follow the midfield. That was Pavel Beskrovnoi who made a mistake under braking into turn 3 and lost at least 2 positions in one go. But what is happening between the leaders, Zadeikis and Zviedris? Mad fight here about P20. But what is happening with the leaders, we would like to see them because there is a little bit more than 2 laps to go only. And here they come. 12 laps will be completed in few seconds, and Edvinas Zadeikis has managed to keep his lead in front of Valters Zviedris. Gap on the line was 0.4 seconds this time. But again, the fight is far from over. Zviedris taking a little bit wider line through turn 4, but I think it was maybe a little error from his side. And in the background you could see that Carmen Kraav has caught Jovaisa once again. She dropped away from Lithuanian, but now she's clearly on his back rear bumper, and racing is 1.5 seconds behind them. So that fight between Jovaisa and Kraav is here in the front. Then racing, then Capkauskas, and Ivanov has been almost caught by Mezaks. So Ivanov's pace has dropped towards the end of the race. And Zadeikis again, another slight mistake into turn 11 and 12, but Zviedris once again couldn't use it. Maybe his tires are worn already. He was much faster in the middle part of the race, but now with the final lap starting, Zviedris seemingly has no more weapons to use against Zadeikis. Zadeikis has managed to keep his lead. He started from pole position, and it was number 62, Jori Alajura, who was standing in a very weird position. Half a lap to go for leaders. No changes there. So Zadeikis in front of Zviedris. Then there is more than 5 seconds free tarmac, and then Karolis Jovaisa in third, Carmen Kraav in fourth, Romet in fifth, and so on. But here are the leaders. Only 4 turns to go until the checkered flag. And Zviedris is pushing, he is putting pressure on his Lithuanian rival, but Zadeikis is making no mistakes. Actually, he has made some slight ones, but Zviedris has not been able to use them. And here they go on to the final straight. Zviedris has much better acceleration, but it's too little too late, and Edvinas Zadeikis has won the race one in front of Valters Zviedris. Karolis Jovaisa takes third, Carmen Kraav fourth, Roman Racing fifth, Ramunas Capkauskas fifth, and Romet Racing fifth, Ramunas Capkauskas sixth, Alexei Ivanov seventh. So Capkauskas in front of Ivanov. Leo Messenger 4 was 8th, Matiss Mezaks 9th, and Richard Shubetskis completed top 10. And the fastest lap of the race was set by Valters Zviedris, 1:29.468, and it was about 2/10 faster than Zviedris yesterday managed in the qualification. But of course, it's as Artur explained, it is down to the track conditions. Yesterday during the qualification, track was very hot, and many drivers complained about being it very slippery. It was not the case today. And here is the top 10. Zadeikis, Zviedris, Jovaisa. Zadeikis now bettered his point standings because he was just 5th before today's race. He certainly jumped racing, and perhaps as well as Oskerko. So Zadeikis should be third in point standings after this race, but of course we will have another race later today. Ubelis, Kuhlmann and Capkauskas retired from this race. And now for the highlights.